All right, let's talk about one of the biggest puzzles in business and technology right now, the AI productivity paradox. It's something that has a lot of people scratching their heads, and today, we're going to unpack it. I mean, think about it. AI is everywhere. It feels like we're living in the future, right? We've got AI that can write, that can code, create these amazing images. But when you look at the actual economic numbers, something just doesn't add up. And this is the paradox, right here in black and white. On the one hand, we have these mind-blowing AI breakthroughs. I mean, machines are literally matching or even beating human performance. But on the other hand, a pretty disappointing economic reality. Labor productivity growth has been chopped in half, and for a lot of people, real income just hasn't budged. So what gives? And just to see how powerful this technology is, take a look at this chart. It's tracking the error rate for AI and image recognition. Back in 2010, the error rate was way up there, over 30%. Fast forward to 2016, and it plummeted below 5%. That's actually better than the average human. So yeah, the technology is definitely not the problem. Okay, so if the tech is so good, why aren't we all seeing these massive economic benefits? Well, the answer isn't that the hype is wrong. The problem is hiding somewhere else completely. Let's break down why this progress feels so incredibly slow. The whole thing boils down to a concept researchers call implementation lags. Think of it this way. Inventing a revolutionary new tool is just step one. To actually get the benefits from it, you have to change how you do everything. You need brand new business processes, you need to train your team with new skills, and you need to make some pretty fundamental changes to your entire organization. It's not just a simple plug-and-play situation. This quote from a major research paper really just nails it. It's saying that it's totally normal to be super optimistic about the future of AI, while at the same time feeling kind of let down by today's numbers. It's actually a classic sign of a huge technological shift. The promise is real, it's just going to take some time for reality to catch up. So we can't just sit around and wait for productivity to magically show up. We actually need a plan, right? A blueprint for how to wrangle this new technology and make it work for us. And that blueprint is called digital transformation, or DX. Now, it is so important to get this definition right. DX is not just about buying new software. It is a fundamental business and cultural change. It's all about rethinking your entire strategy to deliver more value to your customers in this new digital-first world. We can actually break this whole complex process down into 4 pretty manageable stages. First, you've got to assess where you are and come up with a strategy. Then you design that plan and make sure the business case actually makes sense. The third stage is the big one, implementation, where you roll out the tech and, crucially, manage the human side of that change. And finally, you have to sustain it. You can't just set it and forget it. You have to keep reviewing and evolving your approach. And who makes this happen? Well, it absolutely has to be a two-way street. Your leadership needs to set that vision from the top down. But that vision is only going to work if you get deep, meaningful input and guidance from everyone across the whole company. It is truly a team sport. Okay, let's zoom in from that high-level strategy for a minute. Because when you boil it all down, it comes back to one thing: empowering your people. And more specifically, unlocking the time of your most valuable employees. You might want to sit down for this number. 41%. That is the average amount of a knowledge worker's day that is spent on low-value, frankly unsatisfying tasks that don't use their actual skills. We're talking about more than 3 hours a day per person, just gone. So what does that 41% look like in real life? Well, here's a perfect example. Before automation, making a simple presentation is this tangled 10-step mess of manual work. But after automation, all that busy work just vanishes. It becomes this streamlined flow where the system handles all the boring stuff, letting the human focus on the actual creative work. And this gets to a really important point that gets lost in the noise sometimes. The whole goal of AI in the workplace is not to steal jobs. No way. It's to be the ultimate assistant, to take all that uncreative, soul-crushing busy work off your experts' plates so they can focus on what they do best. So, when you put this all together, the right strategy, the right focus on your people, what's the end game? What is the real payoff we're all hoping for here? Let's be crystal clear about this. If you think the whole point of this is to just trim a little bit off your IT budget, you are missing the big picture entirely. The true value is so much bigger than that. This is it. This is the real prize. The true return on investment comes from unleashing your people. It's about freeing up the most creative, the most inventive minds in your company from the daily grind of manual tasks so they can solve bigger problems, innovate faster, and drive real growth. That is the true promise of AI.
Which really leaves us with one final thought, a question for you to take back to your team. The technology is here, the potential is massive, and it's undeniable. But just having access to AI isn't enough. The real question is, do you have the strategy to truly unlock the incredible potential of your people? Because that's what's going to separate the winners from everyone else in the age of AI.